What's up, everybody? Below Average Hiker here, and I've only got a few minutes, but I wanted to follow through on what I mentioned in my last video. We're going to do a really quick, complete and total gear shakedown of version 1 of what I plan to carry backpacking. Now, the reason that this is going to be so rushed is because I've got to get out the door and on the road, because tonight I will be staying in the Big Piney Wilderness, which is part of the Mark Twain National Forest, for an overnighter trip to test out some of the gear that you're going to see today. So I'm not going to pull everything out of its bags and show it to you, because you will see every single piece of it in detail in my next video. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can catch all that stuff whenever it comes out. So let's get to the gear. I'm going to run through it, explain the brands, figure out and let you know where I got it, tell you a little bit about each piece, and yeah, then we'll be on our way. All right, so up first, we've got the Featherstone UL2 backpacking tent. Now, I'm assuming that UL stands for ultralight, but that is in title only. Really, in total, this tent, along with the tent poles, weighs about 5 pounds of carry weight. It is a 2-person tent, though, so that's really intended for people to have to, or be able to split that between them and carry the weight, share the load there. This is a double wall tent. It is freestanding, hence the tent poles. It also comes with a footprint, which I do like to use. I don't have to, but I do like to use it because I feel like it makes the bathtub floor in the tent last longer if I'm able to do that. Plus, it prevents any moisture or anything from seeping in through the ground. It's a pretty humid area that I live in. So Featherstone UL2 runs about, I think right now on Amazon, it's on sale for $99. So in this spectrum of backpacking tents, it's not too terribly expensive, right? So moving on, we've got next the Emarth EM240 sleeping bag. Now, I would love to tell you that this is some sort of space age technology, super down-filled, crazy expensive backpacking sleeping bag, but it's really not. I got this thing for $9.99 on an Amazon daily deal. I don't even know if it's made anymore, but there it is. It's super lightweight. Its comfort limit is 60 degrees, which is about the extent of what we will see tonight. It's a little bit small for me, but I really just end up using it like a quilt anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. It's perfect for what I'm doing tonight. If it were any colder, I do have a colder weather. I have a 30-degree bag that I can also take. This one's just a lot smaller, compact, and lighter. Finishing out the sleep system, we've got the Outdoorsman Lab inflatable sleeping pad and the Hike Incher ultralight pillow. Funny thing about this is I bought one of these, and after a few uses it started leaking. I reached out to the company and they were kind enough to send me a replacement. I have not actually used this one yet, so I'm going to put that through a few more tests. Hopefully that was just a bit of a fluke, as far as I just got a bad product, just that one single piece there. This is just my ditty bag. It's got wipes and personal hygiene stuff in it. I think I put a hank of paracord in there too, just in case. Can never be too prepared. There's those ultralight people cringing again. I get it. I understand. Moving over to my cook system, I have got the Tokes 750 milliliter titanium pot, along with the little lightweight BRS titanium stove, a lighter, and a backup fire steel if I need it. Got my Sea to Summit collapsible cup, and then I've got this can of isopropane that I know, and really I realize it doesn't nest in this, but I just got this. I haven't actually used it yet, and I didn't realize that it wouldn't, the inner diameter wouldn't fit these larger cans. So I do want to use up the rest of this, so it's okay. I figured out how to pack it all in this stuff sack. It'll be fine. So, but going forward, I'll get the cans that actually nest in here. I think it's the 110s or something like that. We'll do that. All right, moving over here, we've got my water filtration system. Now, I'm going pretty standard with all of this. I've got the Sawyer Mini, along with the Knock Vecto water bladder. I really, really like this setup. I've used this several times before. Some people complain that the Mini doesn't fit onto this cap. I'm assuming that may be for an older version of the Vecto, because I've had no issues with it, no leaking, anything like that. It screws right on there. Does great. Up next, we've got my first aid kit. Now, I know 95% of you will say that that is overkill. I will never need that much stuff. And I hope you're right. I am not taking this with the intention of having to use it. But I want to be able to take care of myself. As I'm going alone, this is a solo trip. I want to make sure I can take care of myself to the best of my ability. So I am taking some extra precautions with my first aid kit. Over here, got the food bag. I'm not going to go through that in detail because you'll see that in my video coming up next week. Don't forget to subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Move down here. This is my Sportneer camping chair, and I know that a lot of people think that camping chairs for backpacking are definitely an unneeded luxury item. Those people don't have severe arthritis in their lower back. I cannot just sit on the ground for extended periods of time. It just, my back won't put up with it. So I've got this chair. It's fairly light considering it's only about 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds, but it definitely helps me take the pressure off my back. I can kick my feet up and relax and recover in camp. So also another quote-unquote luxury item, camp shoes. I want to be able to give my Lone Peaks an opportunity to dry out because I think that there are going to be a considerable amount of water crossings on this trail. So I brought these as camp shoes so I can just kind of put around camp and let my shoes dry out. Then over here I've got just some extra socks, a t-shirt, rain jacket. This is the stuff that I mainly carry in that little front pouch that you see whenever whenever you see me in the videos, that little black Molly pouch that I have across my chest. This is a 22,000 milliamp RAV power bank. This thing's a beast. It's actually not too heavy, but it will charge my phone 5 times. And with still battery left to spare, it will also charge this camera, this little DJI Osmo, very, very quickly and very effectively. So I like having lots of extra power. Then I've also got my little tripod with my Osmo mount on it that I can use to get those super cinematic walkthrough shots. This is my USB rechargeable headlamp that doesn't, there it is. I was gonna say it doesn't work for some reason, but there it is. It works pretty bright. It's really good. It's also got a red setting on it. That one was super cheap. I think I got it for 12 bucks off an Amazon daily deal. I don't even know the brand of it, but I've used this for a few years now, and it's actually pretty good. And then just in case, I don't plan on building a fire, but the area that I'm in allows campfires. Depends on what time I get and when I get set up. But if I do want to build a fire, I have a little fire building kit here in this Altoids can that I'll be carrying with me as well. And then I've got my, if I do decide to build a fire or for whatever reason I need them, my Mechanics Impact gloves. These are just really good all-around multi-purpose gloves. They're made for working on cars, but I've used them to split wood. I've used them to as hunting gloves. They're really good and super handy to have around, so I'm bringing those with me as well. I'm going to fit all this into my El Cheapo Magellan 55-liter internal frame backpack. Hopefully by the next video I will have this replaced. I think I know what I'm going to go with, but I'm going to save that information for whenever I get it and get to play with it and make sure that that's what I'm going to go with. So, but there's my Magellan pack. And then last but not least, my heavyhiker.com trucker cap. I love this hat. I wear it everywhere all the time. I'll put a link in the description below where you can pick yours up. He's also, the heavyhiker.com also has a Hike Your Way to Healthy hat that I plan on getting very soon. But yeah, so that's pretty much the entire load out there. Wait, I just realized after reviewing the footage that I forgot to show you a couple of different things. This is my Rakovan titanium spork. I'm not going to pull it out of there. You'll see it in the next video. It's a long-handled spork, good for getting into those pouch meals, of which I do have one in that bag. They're just handy to have around and super duper durable. And then finally, getting down to the dirty business, this is a I don't even know the name of it because it's actually written in Chinese. I got this off of Amazon as for the purpose of cat hole digging. In Missouri, if you're not familiar with our topsoil makeup, there really is none. It's mainly just rocks. So a little plastic trowel doesn't really work to get your cat hole to the leave no trace specifications of 6 inches deep. And even like a deuce of spades, the aluminum ones, they're a little too small to get in behind them to get enough pressure on them to bust through some of that rocky topsoil that we have. So I went and bought this. It was $11. It's stainless steel. It is pretty heavy, but it will allow me to get the right size cat hole, because you got to bury your biscuits, right? This is marketed as a survival tool, so it's got like a ruler on it, and I can, if I need to work on a car in the middle of the woods, I can do that. If I need to pull nails, I can do that. If I need to saw, if I need to saw butter, I can do that. But really, I only have this just for the purpose of digging holes. But a pretty handy little piece of kit to have in the rocky topsoil wilderness that is Missouri. So there you go. Like I said, if you want to see any more of this stuff in detail, I will be using it all on the trip that I'm getting ready to leave for. Once I get this footage uploaded to Bryon, I'm going to be heading up the highway to the Mark Twain National Forest to do an overnighter trip, and I'm going to make sure that I show all of this stuff in detail and show it in use. Overall, my base weight, I weighed it last night. No, it wasn't even really base weighted, because it did include food, but it did not include water. It was right at 25 pounds. So I actually expected it to be a lot heavier. I've done some trimming down, plus I've only got a day's worth of food in there, because I'll only be out there for one night. So overall, it's 25 pounds. So with water, I'm still sub 30, which is really what I was shooting for. I know that that's not considered ultra light, and I don't care. That's fine. Ultralight may be for you. I like a few more of the creature comforts, and I need a few more of the creature comforts because of the old man back that I have. But stay tuned. I will be posting the first of my many to come overnight backpacking trips in preparation for the Buffalo River Trail next Monday, a week from today, or a week from the day that this video posted, and I'll show everything that we saw here. This is Below Average Hiker signing off, heading into the woods. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm wishing you happy hiking. We'll catch you next time.